In this video, we're going to explore one of the most powerful tools for sound design, filters. Filters allow you to shape your sound by removing or boosting certain frequencies, giving you control over how bright, warm, or dark your sound feels. Let's start with the basics. What is a filter? A filter allows you to control which frequencies in a sound are heard and which are removed. By cutting or boosting specific frequencies, you can make a sound brighter, darker, or more focused. Filters are crucial for shaping the timbre of a sound and are often used to clean up unwanted frequencies or sculpt a sound to make it fit in your mix. In Vital, you have access to multiple types of filters, each with different characteristics. You can apply 1 or 2 filters at a time, and you can modulate the filter settings with envelopes or LFOs to create dynamic changes in the sound. Let's take a look at the different types of filters available in Vital and how each one affects your sound. Here is our sound with no filtering. We'll enable filter 1, and by default, we have a low-pass filter. A low-pass filter allows low frequencies to pass through while cutting out the high frequencies. This is great for making sounds darker or softer by reducing the high end. In the bottom left, we can see all the different options for routing this filter. We can send it to oscillator 1, 2, 3, the sampler, or even filter 2. By default, it's sent to oscillator 1. Let's hear how this sounds. No high end. This bar below the filter will allow you to adjust the cutoff. The cutoff determines where the filter cuts off. The lower the cutoff, the more high end is removed. We can change filters by moving this bar on the top. We now have a high-pass filter. A high-pass filter does the opposite of a low-pass filter. It allows the high frequencies to pass through while cutting out the low frequencies. This can make a sound thinner or more focused by removing the bass frequencies. When we move the top bar to the middle, we have a bandpass filter. A bandpass filter allows only a specific range of frequencies to pass through, cutting both the high and the low frequencies. This creates a focused, almost nasally sound, and it's great for creating unique effects or for sculpting a sound to fit into a mix. Starting to get vowely and nasally. These filters we just reviewed are the analog filters. Vital also includes other filter types like notch, comb, and formant filters, each with their own unique characteristics. Now that we've covered the different types of filters, let's look at the controls available for each filter in Vital. You know about the cutoff, and you know about the filter shape. On the right side here, we have resonance. The resonance control boosts the frequencies around the cutoff point, creating a sharper and more pronounced effect. High resonance can create a whistling or squelchy sound. It can be very dangerous, but in small amounts is pretty essential for every single patch. Here's a low-pass filter with no resonance. As we increase the resonance, this automation becomes a little bit more interesting. Find the sweet spot to your taste. Lastly, the mix knob. The mix knob allows you to blend the filtered sound with the original unfiltered sound. It's great for creating more subtle filtering effects by mixing in a bit of the original sound. You can see how some of the original sound passes through. Let's add some movement to our filter by setting up modulation, so we don't just have to wiggle this knob around. Modulating the cutoff frequency or the resonance with an LFO or envelope can make your sound so much more interesting. Let's assign an LFO to the cutoff. All we have to do is drag it to the cutoff. We can adjust how high it goes, or where the starting point is. Let's right-click on LFO1 to disable it, because you can also use an envelope. Let's use envelope 2. You'll notice the difference between envelopes and LFOs is that this envelope only happens once. If you were making a pluck sound, this would be a great way to do it. When I make pluck sounds, I like to kind of make this chair shape, like you're looking at a chair from the side. If you were to also place this envelope onto the level, now you got a pluck bass. To wrap up, I want to show you how we can use 2 different filters at once in Vital. I'm going to disconnect the level here and unmap the envelope. Let's put the ADSR back to normal as well. If we take our LFO and drag it to the top bar instead of the bottom, we're now automating the filter type as opposed to the cutoff. Maybe we can even combine that with a cutoff. You can really create some interesting combinations this way. So that's it for filters. I'll see you in the next video.